Good evening, everyone. How is everybody doing? It was Kicking with the Crew. We are back tonight with a War Room edition of our segments here tonight. I am here with Zach and DeMarco.
Yo.
Trev is being a wimp and he's sleeping. Had staff duty last night. Oh, weak body, can't do a 24-hour duty. And then Damon ditched us for a wedding, so it's gonna be us three tonight. Tonight we're gonna go ahead and do a full 7-round mock draft for this year's NFL draft. This is gonna be our official mock draft one after the trade from Chicago and Carolina. We know that we did our first round where we drafted C.J. Stroud, but we decided that it was time to redo it, considering the trade makes all the difference. So we're going to go ahead and adjust all that. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Excuse me, everybody. I'm also getting this out there. Obviously, you guys know how I get down. But I'm also waiting to see the results of this Kamaru Usman versus Edwards fight. So give me a sec here. But how everybody doing?
Hey, don't worry. I'm also watching the Devils and Panthers game over here. I am a Devils fan. If people don't know, I am from the Northeast. I grew up in New Jersey, right outside of Philadelphia. So I am a big Devils fan and making a playoff push right now that we haven't done in about 11 years. So I'm here for it.
Hey, don't worry, Colts Nation.
Hey, Colts Nation all the time.
I have your undivided, undisputed attention.
Hey, let's give Zach some credit. Zach got a new computer.
So
he's got a new webcam.
He went and put on his win jersey because Matt Ryan is finally gone.
Hey,
no, it's a Ryan jersey. It's not.
No, it's actually Matt Ryan's.
Hey, look at him though. You see, it's good because he got a new computer, so now he can sit back and chill. He doesn't look like he's right up on the screen anymore. He looks comfortable. He's relaxed. He's ready to go with the draft tonight. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. Here we go. That's you.
That's what matters. Look at him. He just looks good over there, Mr. Not Will Levis.
Mr. Not Will Levis. Yo, I got some comments, some thoughts, and opinions on this guy.
Yeah, I actually had a conversation with some fans in a group chat on Instagram about that, and I wanted to let him know that fans should be very wary that we may pick the guy that they don't want, and they might be pretty upset about it. So just keep their cool on that one, and just see how it shakes out before completely flipping their lid.
Hey, this is what I said earlier in the week, right?
Wow, Leon Edwards won.
I have top 5 at QBs, right? My first one is C.J. Stroud. Second one, Bryce Young. Then A.R., Will Levis. Those are my top 4. And then my number 5 is Max Duggan. Clearly, Max Duggan is my number 1 overall. I just love that guy. But I know he's not going in the first round. I just love how that guy plays. But everybody else, whoever we get at number 4 is who we get. And I'm going to root for him, whether it's Will Levis or AR. But I do want to make this point. I've been saying it. I posted it earlier on our Twitter. Colts fans need to kind of figure out what their expectations are for this season. Because when you go on to Twitter, you go on to Facebook, you go on to Instagram, whatever, Colts fans are freaking out, man. Everybody wants us to sign everybody, but we don't have a leader. We don't have our head guy, right? Free agents don't want to go to a team that don't have a quarterback. That's just facts. If you don't have a quarterback that's leading that offense, players don't want to go there.
Unless you're willing to spend a crap ton of money.
Right. So the first step is clearly we're building depth at this point. And now we're focusing more on the draft to go ahead and get our quarterback. When we get our quarterback, this year is a developmental year. So we're going to be looking at, how does Shane develop whoever we get? Even if we bridge a guy, let's say we use Gardner Minshew, right? He was signed as a backup. Overall, he's a backup. But he may start the first 5 games of the season. He may start the first 4 games of the season. And if he does, it's because everyone's asking for a bridge quarterback. You just got your bridge quarterback. So let's say we sign AR. Let's say we go ahead and draft AR, right? And let's say Shane thinks it's all right to start Minshew, just so AR can learn from Minshew to play the first 4 games. It is what it is at that point, right? And then let's say AR starts the rest of the season. If we get 7 to 9 wins, to me, that's a successful season. If we make the playoffs, that's overachieving.
Now,
And then next season is the season where we build around who our quarterback is. This is not the season to go out and sign everybody. It's
right.
just
What if we trade that 4th overall pick? Okay, let's say the Colts fuck around and find out and end up getting Lamar. Let's just say they end up getting Lamar. Does that change anything?
that
Do we
changes
still-
That
everything.
changes everything.
That
do we
changes
still
everything.
That means you're going for a Super Bowl. You're expecting.
Yeah, but he has limited weapons. In my opinion, Jelani Woods, MPJ,
that's not limited.
and Taylor isn't enough.
No,
I don't
that's
think it's limited.
That's not limited. He's limited to what he got in Baltimore right now.
Here's what I want to say.
He's-
Yeah, that's facts. So if you look at what Baltimore has, I even said it
You can't
earlier in
even
this
name a
week.
receiver.
The Indianapolis Colts have more weapons than Baltimore has. We can't name who is it? Rashad Bateman is probably the only receiver anyone here can name on
Mark
the Baltimore
Andrews.
Ravens. Mark Andrews as a tight end. Then you got Jelani Woods in Indy. You got MPJ and Alec Pierce. I'm sorry, but Ashton Doolin. I mean, I get it. Everybody's confused as to why we re-signed Ashton Doolin over Paris Campbell, but Ashton Doolin's healthy.
Special
Ashton
teams
Doolin-
All-Pro.
And Ashton Doolin is a second-team All-Pro for special teams. He's made huge plays in big situations. So the guy has traded up since he's got here. Since we cut him in our 53-man roster.
Mhm.
That man has literally proved us wrong and made us look foolish. So you can't really get upset that we decided to go with Doolin over Paris. Doolin has shown he can be that number 3 guy. We have more weapons. JT
Right.
and Lamar Jackson would be unstoppable. It would be the number 1 rushing offense in football.
Well, I'll say this. If we go out and get Lamar, that completely spins everything on its head, which I wouldn't be mad about.
Not me either.
Like, I'd be all for that. That being said, do we actually think it's a realistic possibility? Because I don't. I think the Colts are
So,
100% sitting on their hands.
So I actually do think it's a possibility, and the Colts are exploring that option. It hasn't been like a first thing on the table, but they've definitely not been one of the teams, as far as I've seen from reports, to rule themselves out of that situation. So there is that. The tough part is re-signing a lot of guys that might be up for contract. So you got guys like Pittman and JT coming up and some other guys like that. So I wouldn't completely rule them out. But I agree with Matt here. Colts fans need to temper their expectations and realize that year one, this first year that we're going to, this is going to be a year where everything's getting worked through. A rookie head coach, a rookie quarterback to work together. You're going to have growing pains, but we expect this team to be tough and competitive. So just like Matt said, most of us are going to have us around that 7-win margin, and that's what that we should consider that a successful season as long as we're competitive each and every week, and we don't have to sit here and look at our team average 13 points per game. So that's where
That's facts.
That is facts. I mean, Colts fans are out here expecting like we're going to come in competitive and just blow out every team because that's what they want. And I get it. We all want to win.
I mean,
That's what
not
we
even
all
just
wanna
about
do.
every team. They want us to sign every top free agent. They want us to have every top coach. They want us to put up 70 points per game. Like, the expectations are just insane. Insane.
They are. And man, I've been scrolling through Twitter all week, and even somebody today commented in For the Shoe. By the way, if you are not a member of For the Shoe, go ahead and join our group For the Shoe. You can literally just look up For the Shoe. We don't have any extra crazy characters, but if you go ahead and follow For the Shoe, you join that group. We allow you to speak your mind, right? We don't really kind of get into anything crazy as admins unless you start personally attacking people. But you can go ahead and bash whoever you want to bash as a player or whatever. Speak your mind as a fan. Just don't bash other members in the group. But again, somebody commented in there earlier questioning, how we have a mediocre quarterback now because we signed Minshew. But people think that Minshew is going to be the starter.
That's just hilarious, bro.
God, sorry, I got distracted because the Panthers just scored on the damn Devils.
No, you're good, man. I think it's funny though. People were so pissed off about signing Darren Minshew, and I'm like, you don't pay your starting quarterback $3.5 million. Like I don't know where people are getting this from, that he's the starter, but it's just insane to sit here and think that that's what's going on. Like he's clearly the backup. This is our bridge.
Clearly.
Like, and if you watch any film of Nick Foles last year, he clearly ain't the number 2. So
No.
it's like why would we sit there and keep that and be in the same situation as we were last year? So I mean, this is just a thing where Colts fans just take every signing as, oh, this is all world. Like this is the end of everything. Like we did. It's like people expect Chris Ballard to, like most people say, he was going to sit on his hands and be cheap. He comes out and he spends some money. And it's like, oh, great, you got a fucking kicker and you got a no-name pass rusher. And it's like, dude, this guy can't win with you guys. Like, this is why I hope he's not paying a lick of attention to fans or the beat writers that we have for the Colts, because all they do is sit here and say he should do X, Y, and Z, and then he does X, Y, and Z, and then they just try and rain on his parade every single time. Well, that's
Bro, facts. There's a guy on Twitter who even has his name as controversial Colts fan or whatever, controversial Colts takes, whatever. I don't know if you follow him. I follow him, and this dude just hates on everything that has to do with Indianapolis. Everything. I mean, no matter what move we make. In my opinion, the Matt Gay signing makes sense. 100% makes sense. Why?
Yeah, it tells me two things. That signing tells me that they don't expect the offense to be very good this year, so they want a quality kicker who has decent range, who, you know, drives stall out at the 30 or the 40 or whatever the hell it is. You know, they can at least come away with some points. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
And then,
go ahead.
And then secondly, he hit free agency, and I know there's some of you guys that don't know this, but Matt Gay started out as a Colt.
He did.
Like, he was a COVID Colt and on the practice squad when Ballard got him. I think he went to Utah or wherever the hell he's from.
He did.
Ballard signed him out of Utah. And he's one of the original, you know, he's one of our guys that really developed into something special in LA. The only reason he didn't return to LA is because they couldn't afford him. I mean, with Ramsey at the time and Donald and however much old man Stafford's making. But he's a quality signing. Now, when you pay a kicker that much money, he better be, you know, the second coming of Justin Tucker and Adam Vinatieri, in my opinion. Because
I mean, he is. If you look at him statistically, he is.
Right. Anything less, in my opinion, is not a justified signing. But I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna get mad for signing a kicker.
But in the same scenario, you got to look at it like this: we don't have Frank Reich anymore, where Frank Reich was putting kickers in bad situations.
Yeah.
I mean, not even just that, but when you also think about it, a majority of football games, I hate to put out this percentage, but I really want to say it's a close percentage. In between about 60 to 70% of all NFL games every year, about 300 games are within 3 points of a win or a loss.
Yeah.
Facts.
So having a kicker, the reason you looked at a team like last year with the Eagles or every year with the Kansas City, why do you think they're so good? It's not just because they're going to put up points each and every week. It's because they got a Harrison Butker. They got a God damn it, I just forgot the Eagles kicker's name.
Jake Elliott.
Yeah, Jake Elliott. I mean, I pick those guys up every year in fantasy because I know their offense is going to move the ball within the 40, and if they get stopped, they're kicking. So if you have a clutch kicker, that's 9 to 6 points that you're getting every game to add.
Facts.
It's like when people sit there and want to get mad, oh, we're adding a kicker. Like, are you dumb?
Do you miss?
Did you not realize when we had Rodrigo Blankenship, we lost to Baltimore because he missed field goals?
Hold on.
We lost to Tennessee because he missed field goals.
Let me ask you a question before you get into that. Can you remember all the games we've lost because of Rodrigo Blankenship?
Baltimore.
Shit, I can remember a ton of them. I was just about to rattle them off.
A ton of them, but all of them. Can you remember all of them?
I mean, there was plenty of there was Baltimore. There was Tennessee. I want to say twice, maybe 3 times in there
in the same season.
There was the kick. What was
how about
this
the tie? How about
this
the
year
tie
against
in Houston?
Houston? This one in Houston this year. Like just this year.
Yeah.
That's literally just 4 games. So you think about that to last year, one of those losses with Carson Wentz is a playoff game. That's getting into the playoffs. That's the difference.
Facts. Hey, let's go ahead and answer some of these questions.
Like
Ashley
man.
says, so what if we trade down and get Hendon Hooker? Guys, I know you don't like that. She knows we don't like that because she's an admin and for the shoe. She's in our admin chat. She asked that question to spark a conversation. I don't want to trade down and get Hendon Hooker. If we're at number 4 and we don't think we can get a quarterback, we better get the best player that there is at that point and get Hendon Hooker in the second round if that's the case.
I'll say this.
But trading down and then taking Hendon Hooker
Right.
makes zero sense to me because at number
Right.
4, you're getting a top 5 talent, and then you can get Hendon Hooker.
The only way I'm taking Hendon Hooker, exactly what Matt said, is if he's the only quarterback on the board when the Colts pick again at 35.
I mean,
That's worth a hill of beans. Because
I'm the only quarterback on the board, I'm gonna be pissed off.
I'm half tempted. I personally, this is my take. I think that if all the quarterbacks, hypothetical, don't hate me, hypothetical, all the quarterbacks, big 4 are gone, and I would have no problem taking a flyer on Stetson Bennett and letting him sit and learn, because at least he's a winner. He's a dude that is going to give you, the ability to do things that Jalen Hurts did, move the pocket,
But so
create with his legs.
Stetson Bennett can be one of our 5th round picks, one of the 3 that we have.
True. Well, is it 2? I thought it was a pick.
We just got a third one for trading Stephon Gilmore.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, I have no problem taking a flyer on Stetson. I just want a guy who's healthy and coming off an ACL injury as a quarterback who's going to be 26 as a rookie. I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, me personally, I'm not a fan of taking Stetson Bennett and that being our laurels to sit on between Gardner Minshew and a Stetson Bennett. Because it's like, if you think about the situation with the Cowboys when they had Tony Romo and a 4th round pick and Dak Prescott, that's something that you can kind of rest your laurels on. If you got that type of guy that's starting the season already and just can't stay healthy. So me personally, I couldn't sit there and sit on that. Me personally, if we miss out on the top 4, I'm livid. As much as I don't want Will Levis, I will take the ability of Coach Steichen to mature this guy to be ready, to have the coaching ability to put it to his production that everybody keeps saying is so Josh Allen like, so all these traits that everybody talks about he has. If we miss on any out of all those, we're sitting at 4, so it's like there should be no possible way that we can miss out on all 4 unless we trade back and then we end up with no quarterback. And so if we were to trade back and then end up with a Hendon Hooker, I would only be upset if he couldn't be the same guy he was this past season in college. So if he couldn't be that guy, then I wouldn't like it, because I actually really liked him until he got hurt. And then, because it's like, if he's hurt and then his age comes in as well, then we're stuck in we're stuck in a crash.
The way I see it is, if we're at number 4 and we can't get either Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, there's a bigger issue. If Chris Ballard doesn't like one of those 2, something is wrong. Because I understand DeMarco's and Zach's, they don't like Will Levis. I'm not a big fan of Will Levis, but at the same time, he is a top 5 quarterback in this draft.
Mid-round pick.
Top 4.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about a top 5 pick. I'm talking about a top 5 quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. Top 4 quarterback.
Yeah, he's a top 4 quarterback in this draft. So whether if we're at number 4, there's no way that we can't get Levis or AR.
Absolutely.
Sitting at number 4.
You should not miss.
Right. And I don't care if Chris Ballard isn't sold on him 100%. I don't care if Chris Ballard is sold on AR 100%. You're taking one or the other.
Exactly.
That's it. I don't care if you think, oh, well, there's this best player here. I don't give a shit at this point. You have failed us at quarterback for the last 5 years.
Got to get it done.
And you need to pick this guy. It's not a panic pick. AR or Will Levis is not a panic pick. They are both projected top 5.
And I mean, and this is something that I will take from Mel Kiper, because I really don't like anything that Mel Kiper said. But what I will say is that what he said on his podcast this past week, he said that you may be taking a guy, right? So say at 4, we're taking Anthony Richardson or Will Levis. That may not be the number 1 quarterback in the draft, but that might be the number 1 quarterback on your board.
Facts.
On your board.
Facts.
So it doesn't matter which one of those guys you get. You need to come away
and
one of those 4.
And to build off of that, I want to say it's not just how your board looks, right? Your board looks because of who you have on your roster already.
Right.
So if you've built your team a certain way because of, let's say we had Andrew Luck, what if Will Levis is the guy that fits this roster more than AR or CJ Stroud or Bryce Young?
But my question is, with that, are you going to value somebody who looks like Andrew Luck, but don't play like him? Bro, don't play like Andrew Luck, man. So,
but the thing is
how much upside are you willing to gamble on versus actually knowing whether the prospect is worth that pick or not?
But at this point, you have to, because the quarterback is the number 1 pick you're taking in the draft. That's it. There's no if I'm Chris Ballard, there's no question about what position I'm taking. It's just a matter of who I'm taking. So who's there?
Man,
CJ and Bryce are going 1 and 2. If Agar goes in the 1 or 2 section, I'm confused.
I definitely think Carolina is seriously looking at AR just because Frank Reich's system, and also
Frank Reich's system doesn't fit AR.
It's RPO system. He's going to run the same thing.
But it doesn't fit AR. It doesn't fit AR. AR is not an RPO guy.
No, AR's I'm going to throw it deep, and then I'm going to use my legs to open things up.
Which is whose system is that?
That's Steichen's 100%.
That's Steichen's
100%. I'm not going to sit here and say not.
Frank's isn't an RPO situation. Frank's is a run first with the running back first.
Play action pass system. If that's the case, then that fits 3 out of the 4 quarterbacks. CJ, Young, and that fits Levis to a T.
Facts.
I mean,
facts. That's what I'm saying. I think AR is going to fall to us at 4, and it fits our head coach.
Do you think that they would do something on a spike? I know that's corny, but I feel like Carolina has already traded up just because Frank said, I want a rookie to build around, and I have this insider information coming from Indy. I know who they like. I know who they don't like.
Frank hasn't been here long enough to know what the insider information is on who we were looking in at the draft. Just my opinion. The GM doesn't necessarily talk to the coach who's on the hot seat. I mean, that's just my opinion. If I'm a GM, and DeMarco said it last night in our chat, I don't want Matt to be our GM. And this is why. If I'm a GM, I don't want my coach who's on the hot seat knowing who I'm looking at for the future. Because if he's on the hot seat, if I'm thinking about firing him, I don't want him going anywhere else thinking, oh, this guy's taking this guy. Because this is who he's looking at. No, I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for who's going to replace you.
Frank was also out like week 7.
Yeah, week 7. Right. We weren't even looking at a quarterback at that spot.
He didn't have any idea about the future. He was worried about trying to save his job. So,
I just look at it like Carolina's already traded up for the number 1 overall pick. Gave a house away to get it, to turn around and
say they don't know what to do with it.
Right. So why not take a wild chance in hell and say, oh, I know there's a team out there who really likes this guy. Fuck it, we can make it work.
So I'm gonna answer this for Chad. Chad says, and this is what fans have been telling him, and historically he ends up doing just that. He will take whoever is left. It's a make or break season for him. He's doing what he's going to do what even Jim is saying. And that's facts. And that goes to my point. That goes to my point. He has to take a quarterback in the first round. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever one, whether it's CJ, Bryce, Levis, or AR, whoever you take as number 4, it's going to be one of them. They're
Yes,
the top four. They're the top 4 quarterbacks in the draft, and that's the top 4 that you need to take. One of them. I don't care who you
agree with
favor
all
more.
of that until that last part when he says what he's doing, what Jim says, because Jim loved Bryce Young, as we all heard. And so, I mean, it could have been a smoke screen, but I think he actually did like him. So that could have been him doing that. But I just think I do agree with the make or break season part here. Like, you have to take a quarterback. I mean, you got to take whichever one you trust best out of whoever's left there. And I mean, we obviously didn't trade up to the number 1 spot. So you need to take the best guy out of those 2. And it's about making sure he's developed right and you're building around him properly so you then don't lose your job. Because at that point, you can't just draft a guy and say, okay, take us there. That's just not going to work, and that's where you get it wrong. But I did want to touch on something Chad said real quick because he said we were getting heated early. And man, the reason I'm getting heated is because of the fact that I have to defend Chris Ballard even though I don't love everything he does. And, like, man, I'm just saying, like, this offseason, I absolutely expected us to do nothing but sit high and dry. I did not expect a single signing outside of our building. I expected maybe a couple Colts that were already in the building and then nothing else. And I have to sit here and defend the guy to Colts fans who want to sit here and get mad and act like they do a general manager's job when they can't even count the fucking money that's on the damn books. That's what got me heated. When we have to sit here and tell everybody that he's doing things that we didn't expect him to do, and he sat there and said, I need to learn to change and be better, and he has done that. And that's what I get heated about.
So
you can't see me respect the guy.
I agree. It's kind of confusing in the situation. I want to go ahead and go back to a comment that Ashley made. She said, would you guys re-sign Rock Ya-Sin? I want to go ahead and get your opinion on this because I don't think we've actually talked about that at all this week. And Rock Ya-Sin has been highly recruited in Indy this week. What are you guys thinking?
Me? No. Why? You got rid of him once. Why bring him back? What's the value of getting rid of a guy that you didn't? If you're going to get rid of a guy like Rock Ya-Sin, you figure that, we traded him for Yannick. So Yannick would be, top priority to re-sign. And we let Yannick walk and we signed a guy, Samson Ebukam, who arguably gets more pressure on the quarterback, less sacks, but a higher pressure rate, which if you know that's far more important.
Right.
So to me, I say, why bring Rock back? I mean,
my thing is
if you got rid of him the first time,
a higher pressure percentage on my snaps.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. So we traded him. We got Yannick. If we're gonna let Yannick walk, it's questionable in my opinion to begin with.
Right.
But if we do let him walk, and let's say we go with what's his name that we signed? I can't remember his name because his name's weird. He has the same amount of pressure, same amount of sacks for less money, right? And then we go ahead and bring Rock back. I'm sorry, but everyone's a Rock hater. I remember going through the season and trying to defend Rock. Why?
I don't hate the guy. He just didn't fit what we were trying to do. Like, he was too handsy.
No, I thought he
Rock
fit.
Was
I just thought,
Rock was aggressive.
I thought he fit, but I just thought he was too handsy. He kept getting the pass interference calls.
But here's the thing: Rock was only doing it in the wrong situations. He was doing it against teams like Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, where they're going to get the call every single time. Rock had to be smarter. If Rock was going to play against those guys like that, he had to know that he can't play that aggressive. That was my only concern with him, because against teams that were like Jacksonville, Tennessee, Houston, Denver, the Jets, things like that, he wasn't getting those calls because
he got roasted versus Denver.
But those calls weren't against him because it wasn't the quarterback. The quarterback gets the call. I don't care what anybody says. The quarterback gets the call depending on the name of the quarterback.
So I'm a fan of bringing Rock back. Me too.
I
think just because I think Rock is a really good cover corner. He has the ability to teach guys. He just needs to work on a couple things technique wise in coverage, but I think he's really good in zone. He could be a little bit better in man. That's something
I
that's
think
gonna be
I
missing
think
for
I
Gardner.
think he's I think
But,
he's real, I think he's good in man. He just needs
He's a top 10 based on PFF. He's a top 10 man corner.
He needs
He's trash in zone.
He just needs to stop being so hands on.
Yeah, that could have been changed in the Raiders defense, but when he was with us, he was better in zone than he was in man. So he could have developed a little bit better. But I'm a fan of bringing Rock back because I thought even when he got traded, I didn't think that was going to be something that he get traded for. As I see Chad here brought up, but getting rid of the guy that you traded for. So this is a conversation that goes back weeks ago that we had discussed about paying Yannick Ngakoue, which I wasn't a fan of wanting to pay him of the top echelon. I think it was like we were discussing. I think it was like I said, like 17 to 22 or something like that. And we had discussed that. And so that was just something that I wasn't a big fan of because it's likely that he's probably going to sign another 1 year, $10 million deal somewhere. And so that's why I'm like, I'd rather go get you a corner now that you've got an edge rusher in Samson. That this guy's relentless. This is one of those. This is one of those guys that we talked about, Matt and Zach, that we talked about like football players. This guy has a motor. This guy is a dog.
Who?
Samson Ebukam.
Yeah, my bad. I got a little distracted. Devils just lost. And I was like, what that? Sorry.
But yeah, so that's a guy that I think that could really help us in forcing those pass rush situations, forcing those incompletions that we never really see because every quarterback against the Colts is like hitting a fucking career high in completion percentage and whatnot. And so that's one of those things that I really see that could be a huge difference for us. I'm a fan of bringing Rock back. I think with the pressure consistently from a pass rush, if we can get that going, all our DBs will look better.
Agreed.
Fair.
Agreed. Hey, so before we go back into our War Room segment, which I know Chad is waiting on. Chad's always waiting on our War Room segment, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. Let's go ahead and talk about a little bit more of What do you guys think are our team needs after free agency?
Right guard. Definitely.
I agree. I agree.
To me, that's the biggest glaring hole. And now, just because I think the trade of Stephon Gilmore, corner might be a bigger need now than right guard.
So I'll be honest. I think I've had corner as our number 2, even with Stephon Gilmore, and I think it was just because of his age.
Right.
And I think now it's became even more of a priority.
Right. I think it's now number 2.
Being gone. Yeah.
Behind quarterback, I think now corner is number 2 because even as much as I hate Will Fries and dog Will Fries and say he's soft and weak, he's a serviceable right guard.
Will Fries is better than Pryor.
100%. You'll never hear me say 100%. But if they say we're not going to address right guard immediately, we're going to go get, a quarterback, and then in round 2, we're going to go get a badass corner. I'd be 100% for that. But yeah, going into this mock draft or offseason, the two biggest positions we need are cornerback and quarterback, in my opinion.
What about
don't leave out right guard?
Damon, no. We talked about right guard. You were over there doing whatever you were doing at the door. We talked about right guard. The reason we said that, I'll catch him up real quick. The reason we said that we think CB
Dan Knight
is because of the fact that, we were talking about Will Fries. We said Will Fries is clearly better than Matt Pryor. He said we were all better than Pryor. That was the conversation. We started talking about how quarterback is clearly the number 1 still. Right guard is a high priority. And then CB became a higher priority considering the loss of Stephon Gilmore. Even though we already thought it was a high priority with him and his age, it just kind of bumped it up a little bit more because of the fact that he's gone now. So, what do you think? I think you just muted yourself for a second there, but go ahead, DeMarco.
What was the question again?
Biggest need.
Position of needs. We went back to position of needs.
So
you walked away as I put the whole graphic up and everything. So
yeah, my bad. Yeah, I got a couple kids still here and freaking everybody. went
you're
out.
good. You're good. You're good.
But so yeah, biggest needs for me is so it looks like we addressed edge. We know Ballard loves edge, so we could potentially still see some rotation in there. I know some people want a defensive tackle that was out there. Backup QB has been addressed. I definitely probably say it's obviously going to be quarterback. Cornerback now becomes our biggest need. Outside of quarterback, cornerback becomes our biggest need. There's no way we can go into the season with what we have sitting right now.
Right.
And then third will be receiver because now Parrish is gone. So receiver comes back as a big need now.
All right, so we're all pretty much on the same page, and when it comes to that, we're gonna go ahead and move into our mock draft 1. So if everybody knows, a few weeks ago you guys went and watched our first mock draft where we just did round 1. The reason we made the change was because of the change in positions. Carolina traded for the number 1 pick. We decided we were going to do the number 1 overall again, but we decided again that we were going to go ahead and do the whole draft today. So we're going to do a mock draft 1. And then as things change again, we're going to go ahead and move forward and do, however many mock drafts we need to do if things change drastically. Not if it's like, hey, one thing changes here, one thing changes there. We're going to go ahead and move forward. So I'm seeing, before we go ahead and even start this draft, because I'm already seeing comments of trading up to number 3 from 4 to 3. So I want to see what Zach and DeMarco think of that, what we need to offer Arizona before we go ahead and go forward with the mock draft.
I'm sitting put a 4. In my opinion, why move up one spot when AR and Will Levis are pretty much the same prospect? Both are incredibly raw. Both need time to learn, possibly sit. You can do more with Richardson, in my opinion, day 1 than you can with Levis. So
Ooh, my bad.
There's no sense in trading up. Just my 2 cents.
So I've always been kind of stuck in the middle. I didn't know if I wanted to trade up or if I want to stay because, like I said earlier, I don't want to contradict myself. I said earlier that at 4, you can get either one of the top 4. You can either CJ, you can get Bryce, you can get Will Levis, or you can get AR, whichever one's at that point. And then at 4, you pick whichever one you want, which, in my opinion, is going to either be Will Levis or AR. But it's up to Zach. It's up to, let's see what DeMarco thinks. Zach is not for trading up to number 3. The comments are talking about trading up to number 3. So DeMarco, it's up to you. I will be right back.
I am for sure. There's no doubt in my mind I'm trading up to number 3. Give me number 3. I need Arizona on the phone right now. Looks like
what are you giving up to acquire?
I was just about to ask you that. So I'm obviously I don't want to give up my first or my second round pick,
right?
Me personally. So I was thinking for you, what if we propose this to Arizona? So Arizona obviously just lost their center, and we can clearly see on their board their need is center. We need to get Ryan Kelly off our books, maybe. How are you feeling about trading Ryan Kelly and a 5th round pick?
Just to sweeten the deal, I still think we offer them next year's 2 to make the move worthwhile.
Next year's second?
Yeah, they're gonna want
third. I'd do a third. I wouldn't do a second.
They're gonna want, a higher pick, a potential extra pick. And they know we have 3 5s. Like they know we got 3 5s. So they're gonna want something.
I would almost wish we would have a Cardinals fan or somebody that can vouch for the Cardinals
because
that they would absolutely want a higher pick. Because me personally, I wouldn't want to give up anything better than a third.
Right.
I'd do Ryan Kelly, a 2023 5th round pick, and then a 2024 3rd round pick.
If you're going to do that, then
that sounds pretty legit.
Then give up the better player. Don't give up Kelly. Give him Kenny Hager or give him Kenny Moore.
Yeah, but they don't have a need for slot corner. They're good at slot corner over there. I don't know exactly who their slot corner is off the top of my head, but I know they're good at slot corner. They may need an outside corner, but I was thinking that what could fit perfectly what they would need would be Ryan Kelly. It replaces them. They get way younger at center than what they just had. They released their center. They don't
Right.
have one. They'd have a
Right.
veteran who's a Pro Bowler.
I mean,
Give them
it's a fair trade.
a 2023 fifth round pick, and then a
Yeah.
2024 third round pick. And I think that's asking for a lot, even just
a
and that's
fair-
just a swap.
Right. It's a fair trade. I don't hate it, but at the same time, like, I don't want to create a huge hole that already is the offensive line and trying to fix two positions on the offensive line. Because I'm not sold on Pinter being
And I sold on Pinter. I was about to say
being a
Ballard-
starting center.
Ballard
like-
loves Pinter, and Pinter when he's been there, he's played very well. So
He's done well. I mean,
He's done better than Kelly.
for the sake of the argument, I'm all for it. Make the trade, move up. But
Okay.
like that's just what I would do. Give them Kelly, give them a fifth and a third for next year. Move up. That's
that's what I would be thinking.
Is that what we're gonna try right now?
Because I do Ryan Kelly and a 2023 fifth round pick to swap picks. I think that's very fair.
All right. At a fifth round, where's the
A fifth round pick. And if they wouldn't accept that, then I would give them a 2024 third.
Which one though? We have two, so we got
we have
139.
three.
The first one, the earliest
Yeah,
pick.
but the best one.
The earliest one.
All right, 139, all for trade.
Boom! Look at that money.
Trade
Look
accepted.
at that. Let's go,
Trade
boys.
accepted. Moving up to third, baby.
Look
All
at
right.
that. Didn't even have to force it. That's what I'm talking about, man. See?
That's a
I
good.
just thought-
That's a good trade right there. All right, you
I
I
guys.
just
hold
think
on.
it's a little rich. That's all I'm saying. Like I wouldn't have put a third in it next year, or I wouldn't if I had to put a pick in it next year. I wouldn't have put a player in it.
Yeah, but we don't. Yeah, but see, I think it's fair because it's like think about all the mock drafts we probably seen for the Bears trying to trade the number 1 for the number 4 to the Colts. They were
Right.
literally trying to rob us blind just to move to number 1.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I thought that was pretty fair to give a player
Oh, it
a
100%
late-round pick,
is.
and that's
Right.
just to swap. Like we're one pick away from each other.
Right.
All right. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
We're gonna do round one. Bryce and CJ goes 1 and 2.
Ooh.
Give me AR. I'm on the board for AR.
Ooh.
I like his
So you got the
intangibles.
choice.
I think he has everything in our ability to coach. I think the most like quarterback that Shane Steichen has just came from has very similar abilities to what AR does. I know we have the accuracy concerns, but that's exactly the same thing that Jalen Hurts had for the past 2 years before he took over the job becoming the Eagles quarterback. I think that's the best traits to replace what we need. And then we have that excitement ability. We have those 50-yard runs that everybody's going to love. We have the big bomb throws that can go deep. That's my pick. What you guys think?
Go ahead, Zach.
Like, to me, I'm going best player available. I'm taking Will Anderson, and we'll shake out a QB second round.
Hold on, real quick. Just let me clarify here. Chad saying so. DeMarco, you're saying 3 and 4 picks for us. No, so I was just saying that we swap the Cardinals number 3 for our number 4. We give them Ryan Kelly and our earliest 5th round pick. I think
Is
that's
this comment the one you're talking about? So DeMarco,
Yes.
you're saying 3 and 4. Yeah. So what we just did was just for everybody listening, and if you listen later, what we just did was we traded with the Arizona Cardinals. We traded Ryan Kelly. We swapped picks. 3. We took the 3, and Arizona took the 4, and then we traded our first 5th round pick, which I believe was the 139th pick.
Right.
If I'm correct, and we got the 3rd overall. So right now we're sitting at 3rd overall with number 1 pick going to Carolina with Bryce Young. Number 2 pick going to Houston is CJ Stroud, and we're sitting at number 3 right now where we need to pick between AR Will Levis or go best available.
I'm going BPA.
I see Zach saying go best available. Jordan Kibbe going best available and wait. I see DeMarco. He said to go AR. and Chad said to go AR. So unfortunately, it's up to me. God, I hate this position because to me,
I think it's a very fair swap to swap picks and what we gave
Zach,
up.
Zach and I always seem like we're on the opposite because, in my opinion, at this point, right, and this is why I say this, and I said this earlier, Gardner Minshew was brought here because in Philadelphia he played under Shane Steichen for 2 years. Shane Steichen, he knows his system. He's the perfect bridge quarterback. Why? Because he knows the system. And AR is the most like quarterback to Jalen Hurts. I don't care if you like the accuracy of Jalen Hurts. We've all seen it. It's not great. But he just took the Philadelphia Eagles to the Super Bowl. If we can have a 3-year span exactly like Jalen Hurts, AR is going to be the one to do it. That's just me. And before we make the pick, because I'm here with AR, I'm on the AR train.
I actually want to bring something that was brought up because Jordan said, I love AR, but Chris is not sold. I don't see it forced. And then right after that, Chad comments and said, why trade up to not take a QB? And I think that is so valid because to me, if you're going to take best player available, you might as well sit at 4 and we don't make this trade up to 3. So that would be my opinion in that situation. I would rock with you guys if we were going to take best player available at 4. But then you also got to think there's Ryan Anderson and Jalen Carter. If the Cardinals take William Anderson, Ballard's not going to take Jalen Carter with his character concerns.
I want to make a thing real quick. Jordan says they're not going to trade up, and I get that. But here's the thing: we did.
Yeah, I mean,
we did. We thought it was. We think it's a necessity on our side because if you look at other people outside of just us or outside of just you, there are other fans who think trading up is a necessity.
I think you need to trade to 4 to be able to make your choice.
Like
right now we traded up. Do we trade up and we go snag a guy we could have gotten at 4? Or do we go ahead and take AR, who's our quarterback, is our biggest position of need? We got it. Chris Ballard is too conservative. He's not going to trade up. He may not. It's a high possibility that he's not going to.
This is
something that we want to see.
I 100% agree with Jordan here. Like, yeah, you can get AR sitting at 4, especially how this shook out because Arizona's not going to take them. But in real life, I mean, there's reports of Atlanta moving up to 3.
Yeah, but now there's reports of Atlanta going after Lamar because Atlanta doesn't have the compensation to move up to number 3.
There's also reports that the Jets may trade up to number 3 just in case if they don't get Aaron Rodgers from the Packers.
So we're clearly split, and clearly Trev, who was supposed to be in the comments, Damon is out there at a wedding. There's 3 of us here. I don't want to just go completely against Zach because 2 of us are for the whole trade up for.
No,
AR.
I'm not voted. Go.
No. Nope. I'm not for that because we're missing 2 hosts, right?
Fair enough.
So we're going to go ahead and go into the comments. If you're in the comments right now, you're watching, you're listening, there's 8 viewers. 8 viewers right now. I want you all to go ahead and comment who you want. If we're going to go best player available, I see you guys talking to each other.
I appreciate that, Jordan. But yeah, so while they're sitting there waiting and whatnot, and yeah, like Jordan says, we did go with the trade. I also believe it's of the idea that you go with the trade because of the fact that the Colts have been so inept at quarterback for the last 4 years that we cannot keep sitting and not get our guy. And yes, I do agree. Jordan had another comment here. My bad. Let me put it out there for everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, Jordan says, I'm all for trading up if it's Bryce or CJ there. Is there. Remember the last board I was there, one who brought up the idea of trading to 3. And the reason I think you trade to 3 is just because somebody else will jump you. Like even with the fact that the Panthers jumped to number 1, I did not think that would happen until draft night. So the fact that it could happen so quickly, if you're Ballard, you cannot just keep sitting and watching quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback just pass you by. I think this is a necessity just to, I don't want to say just to get a guy, but it is to get a guy. Get one of those guys, and I think that that's just necessary to make sure that we solidify the quarterback position to tell our franchise, hey, we're trying to get this guy right, and we're moving forward from that position to then build around that guy.
So, and just to remind everyone, this is just mock draft number 1. So, if we move forward and we go next week and we decide we're going to do a mock draft number 2, I know that Jordan has asked to come on the show, and we'll talk on that on the side. But Jordan, you'll probably come on. I was actually going to ask you today, but I thought it was too late today to ask you.
You be our first guest, man.
Yeah, I am going to bring on some guests for these mock drafts because it just is what it is. Hold on, Ashley just mentioned me. This is a joke toward Matt Rudder. Stay with Sammy, draft Caleb Williams, and I'm just kidding. Love you guys. I'm actually, at the same time, I understand if, let's say we go with the best player available and we end up tanking again and getting Caleb Williams, I ain't hating. I'm not hating on it. I'm going to be miserable throughout the season, 100%.
I don't know.
100%, and I'm not going to deny it. I'll be miserable. But at the offseason, but hold on. In the offseason, I'll be sitting here. I'll still be doing these podcasts. I'll still be sitting here hyped up for the next season. And if we and we'll be talking about the same thing. Who the fuck we taking at quarterback? So, that's just is what it is. But all right, so final decision. 8 viewers. I need 8 responses. Everybody counts. All right. Everybody counts. We're going to start with DeMarco. Who we taking at number 3?
We are taking Anthony Richardson, quarterback,
Florida. All right. Mr. Not Will Levis. Zach. Who we taking at number 3? And
Obviously
hold on. Let me go ahead and bring up who's available, best available. There you go.
Oh, okay.
You got Will Anderson, Will Levis, Anthony.
Just because I have a personal conviction, we're going to put it on DeMarco. Just because I have a personal conviction, I firmly believe
on the screen.
You take defensive ends over quarterbacks.
Okay.
But if that happens, if that's there, as a GM, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I would probably take defense over the quarterback. And that's why I'm not, because I'd be out of a job.
Okay.
But for me, it's Will Anderson.
Will Anderson. All right. Zach's Will Anderson. I am Anthony Richardson. We have 8 viewers, 10 viewers right now. 10 viewers. Who are you taking at number 3 at this current position?
Just want to say we appreciate y'all 10 as well. Thank you.
Listen, we're not here just for us to make these decisions, all right? The best part about Kicking with the Crew is everybody makes the decisions.
From the comment section, it looks like most of them want to take AR.
Chad is AR. Ashley is AR.
Jordan says AR because we made the trade.
Jordan says AR. There's other commenters in here, so let's go. There's 10 of you guys viewing us right now. Tell us what you want. There's 10 viewers. We've only got about 3 responses in the comments. Let's see what you want. Dan says, since we traded up, AR. All right, AR it is. If it's AR, Will Levis, or Will Anderson, what y'all got?
I think it's going to be AR, bro.
Yeah, I think it's going to be AR. All right, we're going to go with AR.
Kevin says, I'm on the defense over a QB, but wouldn't be upset over AR.
Kevin, we need you to make it. We need you to make a decision. AR or Will Anderson. It's all right if you don't agree with me or DeMarco.
Or Jalen Carter as well. I mean, any defensive player you guys have in mind. I mean, it could be Gonzalez from Oregon. I mean, whoever you guys like.
That's the whole point of our show, guys. This is for you guys. This is you guys to be heard, man. Let's see what you guys got. If you guys outvote us, you guys outvote us. Kevin says Will Anderson. All right, so we got Will.
Hell yeah.
So we got 2 Will Andersons. All right. What about everybody else, man? We got more people out there. I know.
Chad had a comment in there. He says, he basically says, even if we didn't trade up, we'd still be taking quarterback.
That's right. I mean, I think so. That's what I would do if I was Chris Ballard, just to save my ass. My ass is on fire if I'm Chris Ballard right now.
Yeah, because pretty much with the trade, you're telling Jamerse, hey, man, I'm trying.
Zach would agree, or Jordan would agree with Zach if we didn't trade up. Okay. So I'm assuming Jordan is with AR.
Jordan is on the board of don't trade up, take best player available.
But we did trade up, so he's with AR.
Mhm.
Jordan, are you with AR
Yeah.
or are you with Zach or
No,
are
he's
you
with
Will
Yeah,
Levis?
AR.
He's with AR because we made the trade.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and get the pick in.
Come on, y'all. Come on, man. We got more people. More people. I'm trying to get more people
I
involved in
realize,
here.
I realize
Don't
we
be
got
afraid.
people, but we
Don't
on the
be
clock.
afraid to comment. I'm trying to
We
see
on the
more
clock.
names. I'm trying to
We on
see
the
more
clock.
names, man. Come on.
We're on the clock.
All right. Well, DeMarco's pushing me. At this point,
We gotta get to round 2 through 7.
we're gonna go ahead and go. And whoa.
Clicked on the wrong button.
Oh, whoa. What just happened? This whole thing just got messed up.
Uh-oh. Now the Cardinals going back out of the trade.
No, they ain't. Arizona Cardinals. We traded what? The 4th? The 139th?
All right, well, while we're waiting for Matt to get us back in the billing, let us out there know in the comments what you guys think of our free agent signing so far. We signed quarterback Gardner Minshew to a 1-year, $3.5 million
Where's
deal.
Ryan Kelly?
$5 million deal. Dad night tick. That clock is running.
I don't see Ryan Kelly. Does anybody else see Ryan Kelly?
Samson Mbuka. Always
Ibukam.
PF Mbukam.
Oh, there he is.
The simulator. That's all we can see. With the Samson Ibukam. Then we signed kicker Matt Gay to a 4-year, $22 million deal. Highest by a kicker. Matt, we still waiting on the draft screen.
Hey, okay.
So far, and then we also Bobby Okereke has walked. Paris Campbell has walked. So what are you guys thinking about so far? What we've done in free agency? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
So the draft changed a little bit. The draft. Hold on. The draft changed a little bit.
Oh shit! Here we go. Hey, give me CJ, man. Give me CJ.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Anybody
Give me CJ.
Anybody in debate to get?
If you're not saying CJ, log out of Facebook right now or whatever platform you own.
If CJ's there at 3, you have to take him.
Hey, all right. To mind everybody, okay. So when I just set this up, it was a little different because Arizona denied the draft that that they accepted the first time.
Hey,
so I offered. Hold on. So I offered them the second 5th round pick. So I offered them Ryan Kelly, a 4th round pick, and 2 5th round picks. So I figured 2 5th round picks wouldn't hurt. Ryan Kelly and swap picks. All right. So we got the 3rd. All right. So at this mock draft, Carolina takes Bryce Young, Houston takes Anthony Richardson, and everybody in the comments is saying Stroud at 3 if they're
everybody is saying Stroud. And there's no doubt.
Zach, are you contesting?
No, CJ's the guy I want. So like the whole time, if he's there, they better take him.
Yeah. Why the fuck was he behind Will Levis right there?
Will Levis is a high rated
prospect. The pick is in. We have selected CJ Stroud, the ball placement specialist. Now things get interesting. This is for everybody out there who actually I really want people who watch tape. So Jordan, this is for you. I don't want to disrespect any of the fans, but I mean people who really watch college ball and have opinions on players to help us make picks throughout this mock draft. I don't want people just throwing names out there that they've heard on TV and stuff like that. Right here, the 35th pick, our biggest need, in my opinion, would have to be cornerback here, right?
Corner. I'm with the corner.
Are we calling corner, or is anybody saying receiver?
No, I'm not saying any of that right now.
So hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and say. Hold on. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and go through who everybody else picked.
Wow, they said Seattle took Jalen Carter.
All right. So
That's
Carolina takes Will Anderson. Seattle ended up taking Jalen Carter.
I
Detroit
agree,
took
Jordan.
Christian Gonzalez. Raiders took Tyree Wilson. Falcons took Devin Witherspoon. Chicago took Paris Johnson. Eagles took
Will Levis to the
Peters.
Jets.
That's good.
What the hell is that?
Titans took Joey Porter, which is crazy because there have been talks about Tennessee moving up for a quarterback. So the fact that they didn't take a quarterback at 11, that's been sitting there is crazy. So
Well,
number
they're
12
actually
is
right now they're still thinking about keeping Tannehill. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by them taking corner because they suck that corner.
so 12. Houston takes Jackson Smith.
Nick
I'm
Jigba.
not gonna say that.
Nick Jigba.
So Jets take Will Levis. Patriots take Quentin Johnston.
He'll be a bust for sure. if he
Patriots
goes
took
there.
Brian Branch. Washington took Miles Murphy. Steelers Broderick Jones. My bad.
I don't like Bijan
Detroit
Robinson
took
to the
Dalton.
Jags.
So you guys see all these picks. All right, you guys see them. I'm not gonna name them all. This is the one I'm gonna worry about right here.
Zay Flowers to the Cowboys. That's a nice fit right there, boy.
Yeah, but this one here worries me. With Zay Jones and Bijan Robinson here in Houston or in
Jags.
Jacksonville. My bad.
Well, that's not good because my boy Trevor Etienne would be asking for a trade.
Right. That's that concerns me a little bit. But
Jordan Hyatt just came off the board right before our pick. He was saying if Hyatt falls, then we can't sleep on receiver. And I also agree with that point because I think receiver and corner is going to have about the equal opinions there. But I think we're a lot weaker at corner right now. So, Matt, if you don't mind scrolling, let's see who we have available here. We do got DeJuan Jones there. Tackle is definitely very important.
hey,
that's
it's
who
the
I
GOAT
want.
Tanner McKee.
Tanner McKee.
Manning 2.0, Tanner McKee.
You know.
All right.
All
So we got the next
got
corner is Emmanuel Forbes.
Hey, hell no. Osiris Torrance is sitting right there. Take Osiris Torrance,
There it
field
is.
guard. There's no doubt. He did not go in the first
DeMarco.
round. That is a steal in the second round.
DeMarco, but
All right.
that kid from Ohio State's there.
All right.
Who-
Before we
who-
go with
which one?
anybody,
Which
before
one?
we go with anybody, let's go to the comments. Are you taking
tackle.
CB or are you taking
Yeah, but we
taking
don't
the
need a
guard?
tackle though, Zach.
But he can play guard, dude.
Jordan, give me your thoughts on that, man. Me and Zach kind of back
Here's
and
the
forth
thing.
with this one. He says DeJuan Jones, we can put him at right guard. My opinion is you take Osiris Torrance, the best guard in this draft, sitting right there, completely available. That would be my guy to take. I don't think there's any
You
doubt.
can take Jones
Let's go ahead and go to
and
the
play
comments.
right tackle and slide
Right.
Smith to guard.
Yeah, but I think if you take Osiris
Jay
Torrance at
Wood.
guard, he immediately makes Brayton Smith better. I mean, that's how good Torrance is, bro.
Yeah, same thing with the kid from Ohio State. I watched him all year. Gave up no sacks. Guy's a man amongst boys, and arguably the second best.
Hey,
conference.
let me ask you this right here. Does he remind you of Jawan Taylor with the Jags who just went to the Chiefs?
No.
Nope. You think, what's the difference?
Better pass blocker.
How
Better
about
pass blocker.
how about his athleticism?
Not
Hey,
as
So
not
hold
as
on.
athletic because of his size.
Hold on.
What?
Jordan says Osiris is gone at this point. If he's there, you sprint that pick faster than CJ.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Thank you, Jordan, for putting that in for me. Because, like, look,
I mean,
if
you
to me,
can't
to me,
you
to
can't
me-
go wrong with either pick because how similar they are.
No,
But
but me, you can go wrong because Osiris Torrance. I mean, I've watched this guy. I don't want to say at Louisiana where he was at there before, but with Florida, the Gators this past season. I mean, this dude
This
is
is the real deal.
legit. I mean,
Yeah.
this is almost Quentin Nelson 2.0.
That's
I mean,
high
that's
praise,
how
bro.
good. I'm not trying to slack it at all. This dude is legit. I mean, he's straight up stonewall guys. Once he get his hands on you, you want to pull, you want to kick, whatever you want to do. That
All right.
guy Osiris Torrance, and the only reason I don't like the DeJuan Jones pick over him is the athleticism. If you're not an athletic tackle, then I can't put you over this specific guard here. That's me.
I just see DeJuan Jones being. I mean, he's a freak. Granted, he's not super athletic, but like day one, he's a cornerstone piece.
All right, we're gonna
Brandon
go.
doesn't work out. You could slide him over. Gravy, baby.
All right, we're gonna go with the comments. All right. So we got one. Zach, who you picking at the 35th pick?
I would. Well, it's really 1A and 1B. If we took Osiris, I wouldn't be mad. But I'm taking DeJuan Jones because he's my favorite tackle prospect in the draft.
Okay.
Hey, is
Who you
actually,
go,
matter
who,
of fact,
and hold on. And DeMarco, you're going Osiris.
I real quick, show me corners real quick. Available corners.
I think Ringo's
You got
there.
Emmanuel Forbes and Tyreek Stevenson. Those are the two that are probably best in the second round.
So that means Ringo is probably off the board.
Yep.
And Stevenson's way too high.
At this
Dude is
point,
good, but he's not that good.
at this point, we're not taking a CB in the second round. What we're taking is either a lineman or a wide receiver.
And I wouldn't be mad if the Colts took Josh Downs.
Hey, it says right there, filter out. Just go to the cornerbacks real quick, Matt.
Yeah, no, I know it. I know that. I'm with the best position available. I'm
No
with that known
doubt,
right
no
now.
doubt. I just want to see the corners real quick. Who's on there?
Garrett, we can get later. I guarantee you.
Yeah, no.
I guarantee you. Don't take Garrett right now.
Yeah, give me Osiris. It's all good, Jordan. We can get that boy Tre'Davious, or we can get Eli Rex late. We good.
What
Jordan.
All right.
Osiris, Torrance. Give me Torrance.
How do I cancel this? I don't want to see the rest of them.
Go all,
Where's all?
all the way up. It should be all the way up. The fuck?
It's not going up.
Or just go to guard. We're taking Torrance.
All right. So I'm gonna wait. All right. So what's everybody else saying?
Inside O lineman. Osiris
So,
guard.
Can we see all cornerbacks, please? All right. So I showed all quarterbacks. All right. So we
he
got
said
available
unclick
at this
it.
point.
He said unclick it. Click it again.
Emmanuel.
Just click it again.
Who?
Jordan said just click it again.
Just unclicked. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry, it's just weird doing the whole share screen. Oh, okay. Good thing for him. All right. So we're gonna look at the comments now. All right. So we're going to the comments. So DeMarco, you have Osiris.
Yes. Give him to me.
Zach, who do you have?
My favorite prospect in the draft is DeJuan Jones.
No.
Wait, your favorite in the whole draft?
I'm going. Hold on.
For left tackles, like for tackle prospects.
Zach, I'm saying who you're picking right now at 35.
Oh, DeJuan Jones.
DeJuan Jones. All right, so we got DeJuan Jones. We have Osiris. I'm best available, so I'm at Josh Downs.
You going wide receiver?
Damn, dude. 3-way tie?
I
don't hate Downs.
I'm not. Yeah, I was about to say I'm not even big on Downs. I don't hate the kid.
Like, if we took Downs, I wouldn't be mad.
Jordan said earlier that he likes Downs. I want to know who he likes. I want to know.
Come on, my people in the comments.
Ashley, hold on. Ashley likes Emmanuel Forbes. So this is your time now. This is your time now. Put one name in the comments now because we are all different. I have Downs. DeMarco has Osiris, and Zach has DeJuan Jones. So go ahead and put your comment in on whoever you like now. Just one name. Ashley's taking Osiris with DeMarco.
What?
Let's go.
She taking Manuel.
She been switching up.
Yeah.
Now let's go.
Yep.
Give me the get it.
All right. So Jordan is taking Osiris.
I'm telling you, boys.
Listen, it's not a bad pick.
Okay,
If,
no,
if the
I'm
Colts
not
took
arguing.
Osiris, I would never be angry.
I'm
If
not
the Colts-
arguing it either. I'm just a big second
Hey
pick.
Dan, I like the way you spell Osiris.
All right, we're going Osiris because everybody else is going Osiris, but except for Chad. But
I
Chad,
think
you're outvoted.
the only reason why I think the Colts in real life should go receiver in the second round because this draft for receivers is terrible.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That's not a bad opinion there.
All right,
Oh shit! Give me Garrett Williams.
I'm agreed. I'm agreed. You
give
can't
me-
walk
give me-
away from Garrett Williams.
Give me Eli Ricks.
No, fuck you, dude.
No,
Give me
Garrett
Eli
Williams.
Ricks. Give me Eli Ricks.
Bro, what? Eli Riggs isn't even on the screen.
No, he's all he. What you mean? He was right
He's a-
behind Tre'Davious Hopkins.
He
What
was
you mean?
up top,
right there, right under Tre'Davious Tomlinson.
I'm with
Eli
Garrett
Riggs.
Give me
Williams.
Garrett Williams.
No,
I'm with
That
Garrett
guy's a
Williams.
dog.
No, give me
No.
Give me Eli Ricks, man.
But Marco, you're already outvoted
guy's a
everybody else.
dog.
Marco
Garrett Williams is a
No.
or
dog.
Eli Riggs.
I'm telling you, give me Eli Ricks. The people who he covers on Saturdays are better than who Garrett Williams will ever see.
Bro.
No, I don't care.
Give me-
I don't care. I think that's a
I'm
hoax.
telling you.
That's a
No,
whole
I'm
hoax.
telling you.
Dog.
That's a whole hoax.
Garrett Williams is a dog, DeMarco.
He is.
Mm,
Hey, everybody in the comments, Garrett Williams
Man.
or Eli Ricks?
Jordan, tell these dudes Eli Ricks is the truth, man. Tell these dudes. Actually,
Show
matter of fact, we traded Ryan Kelly, so
Hey,
we need
show
to take
all the
Luke.
corners.
We need to take Luke because we traded Ryan Kelly.
But we have Pinter. I'm all right with Pinter.
Oh yeah, we got Penn. Never mind. Okay, yeah, Eli, give me Eli Ricks, man. Jordan, let
Jordan,
him know.
Williams.
Jordan,
Get
give me.
Williams. The
Who you
comment section
got?
says Williams.
Everybody else says Williams. Jordan, who you got? Williams?
Ashley, you don't even know
Eli.
who Garrett Williams is. Come on, man. At least Eli played for Alabama. You can go with that. Let's try.
Garrett Williams is
You
a
can't-
dog,
You can't
though.
get both.
Yeah, Jared Williams is a good dog. I've heard his name, and I went with Garrett Williams. No, you've got
Come
two
on,
choices.
Jordan. Come on, man. Just tell
All right,
these
hold
boys
on.
Eli Ricks.
Hold on. It's clear we're going corner here. All right. It's clear we're going corner. So this is what we're gonna do. All right. I'm going to corner.
All right.
There you go, Jordan.
Williams.
There you go, Jordan. We need dogs. Oh, we got one Eli Ricks. Or no, not Eli Ricks.
Yeah, we need dogs. Eli Rick is a dog.
No, he's not. He's
Yes,
he's,
he is.
he's a roll tide. A dog is Georgia. Fuck off.
No, what you mean? He's a
Y'all know better.
dog.
Y'all know
He is
better.
a
A dog is Georgia.
No,
Come
I'm talking
now.
about a dog is the guy who gonna
Kevin,
come up and press your
Kevin,
best receiver
Kevin,
and let you know
what you-
I'm better than him.
Hold on. Shut up. Who
Come on,
you
man.
think is a dog? Because this man's talking about a
Kevin.
roll tide as a dog.
Kevin, tell him Eli Ricks.
Oh, well, Jordan's sitting here going Williams.
It says
Come
Ricks
on,
is
man.
athletic freak, but Williams will lock you up day one. And
Day
technically sound.
one.
No, he didn't say day one. Take
Hey,
day one out of
Hold on,
there.
Hold on.
Take the day one out of there.
Day
Hold
one,
on.
homie.
Y'all ever
Bro.
watch New Girl? Y'all ever watch New Girl? When old boy was like, all day. Locked up all day.
Exactly. Kevin said he want dogs. That's Eli Ricks. He's a dog. I'm telling you. Press man.
Kevin
Number
hasn't
two,
given us a name
number
yet.
three,
You're just
whatever you
assuming.
want. Dog.
You're just
I'm telling
hold on. You're just assuming Kevin hasn't given a
Who
name
was
yet.
he playing at Syracuse?
Motherfucker, listen. He's sitting
Who was
here.
he
said-
playing at
hold on.
Syracuse?
It does-
Tell
Hold on.
me.
He said
Clemson.
we need dogs.
That ain't
and then he
shit
said
right now.
hold on. He said we need dogs, and then he said I'm a Spartan fan. That's it. It's a
Michigan,
It's
he
a
telling you-
Sirianni reference. So
Yeah.
Kevin, who you going with?
He telling you Syracuse don't play dogs. I'm telling you.
He don't play nobody.
Exactly. So go with Eli Ricks who plays dogs.
I want Garrett
My,
Williams.
my wife.
I'm
just
going to get a
texted-
pick to go my way finally, damn it.
My wife
I
just
want Garrett
texted me.
Williams.
My wife just texted me and said all day. Hey,
I don't
Kevin, Kevin, Kevin.
like being on the losing end, man. Give me
Hold
Eli
on,
Ricks.
hold on. Kevin, you're the deciding factor. Do we have Garrett Williams or Eli
Oh,
Ricks?
come on, Jordan, you killing me. He ain't had no safety
Kevin,
help, man.
hold on. Kevin, in the comments. Kevin Howe, you're a Spartan fan. We got that. Do
You
you
notice
have?
me?
Hold on. Shut up.
Come on,
Do
man.
you have Garrett Williams or Eli Ricks? This is on Kevin. Kevin, I'm gonna even put on some music for you. Kevin.
Come on, Jordan. You can't even tell me when the Alabama safeties is coming off the board.
No, that's not good music. Where's the good music? Here we go. Come on, Kevin.
No, he don't. What? No, he don't.
Kevin.
Alabama safeties was getting murdered all year, bro. Come on, Jordan. Oh man.
Williams is a unit.
All right, man.
All right, baby.
I guess I'll learn to love Williams, man. Y'all better be right, man. Let's do it. Let's go, Williams. All right, that's our guy, Williams. Let's go.
All right. That was a good. That was
Tre'Davious Hodgson Tomlinson. He on the board. Take him.
Well, hold on. We're gonna take two corners at one time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Zach,
done it.
you ready,
Yeah.
right?
I'm with it.
Zach, you
Yeah,
ready,
I'm
right?
it.
Let's
Everybody else, are y'all with Tre'Davious Hodgson Tomlinson?
Yes.
Comments. We're going to the
Is that
comments.
Nathaniel Dell kid any good?
Who?
The Nathaniel Dell kid.
Hey, hold on. Dan said we need the theme for Jeopardy.
Oh man.
Who?
Nathaniel Dell. He's been there
Out of
on Houston. Is he just another Paris Campbell? Run real far, run real fast? Or?
Hey, yo, you leave PC alone. You leave PC
Yeah,
alone.
you
This is
leave
a
him
traumatic
alone.
situation.
he about to go off with Danny Dimes, man.
Yeah, Mr. I don't. How he got $40 million? His agent needs to be in the Hall of Fame for alone. That alone.
Hey, you said he was with the market, man. Don't try and switch it up now.
I think the market's overblown and trash.
Jordan, you with THT, right? That boom. You feel me? Had to have our secondary.
Hey, let's go to the comments. All right, let's go to the comments. Hey, there's 6 viewers for some reason. Everybody left. I thought we were having fun tonight. Let's come on.
Hey, can you go and see all the corners? Because if my boy's still
You
there,
want to see corners?
If my boy's still there out of Stanford,
look,
Listen.
look, hey, look in the comments, y'all. That's 5.
No, hold on.
All of us said THT.
Hold on. So does everybody want to see corners?
show me the corners.
No, you know what? Real quick. Hold on. We lost edge. We lost receiver. Look at receiver real quick. Look at receiver real quick, just to make sure we ain't gonna miss on nobody. Up top. There you go. Okay.
Dell.
Yo, Jaden Reed is kind of nice though from Michigan State.
So is Xavier Hutchinson too from Iowa State.
Yeah.
I think I'm still going THT over them, Zach.
In my opinion,
Too, but
if you look at
this.
if you look at the ADP, it's I'm going CB at this point.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I like Xavier.
I've said multiple times, I don't think this draft is filled with many wide receivers. It's filled with DBs, but it's not filled with wide receivers.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jordan. I think Palmer was good at Nebraska, but competition wasn't too stiff. I think THT would probably that'd be the best pick here.
All
I
right.
think you come up with 2 corners who could be really good for
Hey,
you.
is he related to LaDainian?
Yes, he is. That's his nephew.
Let's hear what everybody's got.
I think everybody was pretty much here on THT. Yeah. I hear you, Jordan. It's Big Ten. It's tough, man. It's tough sledding. I think you gotta try and. See, it's tough to say it's not Big Ten because like the defense that they play out there, it's really tough to try and argue for. But I just think THT, regardless of who is there, is I think that's best pick available. for our needs. For our needs.
Yeah.
I wish Matt was still here because we could probably take a look at edge rusher, maybe look at a little bit more rotation. But I think just out of the receivers, I just don't see anybody that we could take immediately.
No.
I think THT
Is the
best right now.
I agree.
Best available. He said, Jordan says, I'm telling you, from being from Iowa, since he ran well, Moss will be
that 6'4" white kid right now. He's that 6'4" white kid that plays corner for Iowa. He's solid, but
he's solid, but man, it's tough, man. Like it's just like you're not playing against competition each and every week that's like really challenging you.
Well, the Big Ten is old school ball, bro. That's big boy ball. Like the SEC SEC's where all the talent's at and all the speed's at, but the Big Ten it's pro run game. We're gonna beat you up, you know.
That's exactly what I mean. So it's tough to sit there and say like, are these guys gonna challenge you each and every week to be at your best? And so It's like it's tough for me to say that anybody outside of THT, even some of the competition he's faced this past.
I like the Malachi Blackton kid from USC, but yeah, the Tomlinson kid, he's very solid.
I'm gonna take away all the CBs and let everybody see what's available. So we got wide receiver CB, wide receiver halfback. I'm gonna be honest, Dwayne McBride, from the amount of times that I've done a mock draft, this guy's gonna drop all the way to the 6th. So don't just ignore the halfback.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him. I wouldn't even lie to you. Oh, real quick, Matt, before we put this pick in, because everybody seems to be all locked in on THT, can we see edge rushers real quick?
Edge? Yep, I got you. Edge.
There ain't nobody there, though, besides that.
Yeah, I just want to see real quick.
Isaiah's going to be there later.
Yeah, but Yasir Abdullah, he's special.
Yeah, that guy has that quick twitch.
So's that Yaya Diaby. Illinois got. Louisville got 2 studs down here. Yeah, but THT is still better in my opinion.
He'll still be on the board as a later pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going THT. Final pick there.
All right. That's Tre'Vius Hodgins Tomlinson, correct?
Yes.
All right. God damn. We don't have a third pick because of fucking goddamn Wentz.
A 5th round pick.
Oh yeah, we traded a 5th round pick.
Man, you traded both our 5th round picks.
Yeah, my bad. Didn't think it was gonna look that bad. Jesus.
Who? No, go get my boy Xavier Smith from Florida A&M University, please.
Who?
7th round pick. Go to receiver. Xavier Smith. Oh, he's probably not even listed.
He's not even available.
Bro, he's a stud. Xavier Smith, Florida A&M. FAMU. Dude's incredible.
We should have probably done another trade considering we traded 2 5th round picks, but that's why this is mock draft 1.
Right.
Right? Where'd DeMarco go?
I don't know.
Who you looking for?
I'm looking for Xavier Smith.
This is the only Smith that pops up, bud.
I know. That's how you know, like, he's not even rated that high.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love his tape.
All right, so because we traded our couple 5th round picks, we're sitting here at what pick are we at right now?
Should be our second, 5th round pick. Our first.
We're sitting at 237.
in the 7th round.
Hey,
We
give me
ended up-
Mohammed, man. Gotta replace EJ Speed.
I
Now
agree
that
with
he's gonna
that.
be a starter.
I'm good with that.
Give me Mohammed out of Iowa, out of Utah. Them boys, Utah is ballers. Oh, I know. I'm gonna put this out there just because I know for a fact that our guy Damon would be killing us if we didn't mention it. But D Winters is sitting right there as well as Muhammad. So D Winters is Damon's guy out of TCU.
So you know what? Out of courtesy of Damien not being here, why don't we just go D Winters?
What do you think, Zach? You had anybody else in mind? Because I think a linebacker in this late round would be a perfect fit to replace our backup.
Yeah, but I like that Aubrey Miller kid from Jackson State. I think he's a stud too. I mean, he's a little older, but he's not bad. I mean,
see, I don't know. It's tough for me to gauge those small school guys like that out of
that's
Jackson
all.
State.
Late round, that's all I look for, just small school guys. Like, there's a prospect out of Fresno State. He might not even be on here, but he's
I'd for sure go Muhammad
receiver.
or D Winters here.
What are the comments thinking?
Jordan Kibbe is saying go with D Winters as well. I think it's just based on his experience and playing time, who he's played against at TCU. I think it's, as long as he's willing to play some special teams, that'd be a guy.
Zach, are you good with D Winters?
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Mm.
We're sitting here, and the majority. Hold on, the majority of the prospects are still here. So
Justin Shorter is a 7th round pick. Oh man, this hurts, bro. Between Muhammad and Justin Shorter, I think I'd go receiver here. Justin Shorter could be in a right receiver for us right here.
Hey.
Elite replacing Campbell.
It's a 7th round pick. Give me a fullback. Just because I want one.
Give me Justin Shorter right there.
what are we doing? I don't think we've gone wide receiver yet.
I don't think we have. I'm taking Justin Shorter right there. I think that's a steal as a 7th round pick.
What are you thinking, Zach?
I want the fullback.
Who's the
Hunter Lupke.
We don't even keep a fullback on the roster.
Yeah,
know.
we really don't. Well, hold on. To be completely honest, Frank Reich didn't keep it, but neither.
I don't think
Shane.
Steichen.
If you look at Shane Steichen's system in Philly, he doesn't keep a fullback either. So if you really look at it, I think Justin Shorter is probably the best option.
Fair enough.
Well, Shorter there.
I'd be okay with like Malik Cunningham as well too. Like taking a quarterback again.
I did have a thought about that.
I thought about that too.
I did have a thought about that, but I do think to the fact that we drafted our quarterback, CJ Stroud. Right. So if he's our starter,
you can throw him on the practice squad and just let him sit in the villa.
Yeah, but why waste a 7th round pick when you?
He's a 7th round pick. How many of them actually end up being anything in the league?
Don't talk about Brock Purdy like that.
Yeah, exactly. So
he's like the only one here recently.
So it's like we got CJ Stroud, we got Gardner Minshew.
Here's the thing. We just signed Gardner Minshew. We're not drafting another quarterback late in the rounds.
CJ.
That's just me. So Malik Cunningham is out of the picture. Mohamed Diabate is out of the picture because we just drafted another linebacker.
What's up, William? We got we got Stroud at 4, man.
Mohamed Ibrahim. No, we got Stroud at 3. Mohamed Ibrahim.
Oh yeah, 3. We traded.
I don't think we really need another running back. We've got pretty solid running backs. Chandler. Justin Shorter is really next.
Can we
scroll down, Matt, so I can see who's all
Who's
there?
asking? Can we see all receivers? Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Knight is asking, can we see all the receivers available? Because I think Justin Shorter is a steal to replace Paris Campbell late. I mean, look.
Give me Trey Tucker. Give me Nico Ramico from
Now,
Florida
hold
State.
on.
Fresno State.
Can I make a point real quick? As much as I love PC, and I made the point on Twitter about PC, there's not much about replacing PC.
That's what I'm saying.
Ashton Dulin, hold on. Ashton Dulin is already the replacement for PC. Right now, we're trying to replace Ashton Dulin.
Justin Shorter.
Okay, and at that point, then yeah, I agree.
I'm
just saying, everybody wants to say we need to replace Paris Campbell, but we don't need to replace Paris Campbell because Ashton Dulin replaced Paris Campbell 3 years ago.
Because I think, in my opinion, like Zach just said here, if you take a Trey Tucker, you basically replacing a smaller, like it's like getting a smaller Alec Pierce.
Yeah,
who has speed.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much pointless when you could take a Justin Shorter, who's like 6'4", 6'5", and has speed.
Right.
Now here's my thing.
In the seventh round, I'm looking for: are they versatile enough to play special teams?
Hold on. When you're a
seventh round pick, you have to play special teams.
I'm gonna make a hot take, and I think DeMarco, note this wherever you write your notes. Note this because this is going down. Alec Pierce is Brazil. Do you remember Brazil?
I don't like Brazil.
Yeah, well, Alec Pierce is Brazil. Whoever we bring in is going to replace Alec Pierce. That's my opinion.
Yo, I'm sorry. This is an actual prospect that I actually like, so I'm going to stick to it. Give me Nico Ramingo from Fresno State. The dude's like 5'8", but he returns punts. He was a MAC-12.
See, Zach is just naming guys at this point.
No.
So this is okay. Hold on.
He's legit.
We will get to Zach in a minute. All right, because I created a whole website for this podcast, and Zach is in there specifically named correctly for a reason.
Like, yeah, Justin Shorter is 6'4", but if I want a tall receiver, I'm gonna go get one who's actually good, not a 7th round pick.
No, you're using him for special teams.
So hold on. I want to answer this. Kevin Hout says, I agree, we're replacing Dolan.
Exactly.
I think you're confused. We're not replacing. Oh, yeah, okay. So if you're looking at the aspect as we're not replacing Paris Campbell, we're replacing Dolan, then I agree because Dolan has moved up to the number 3. If you look at us in 2020, this podcast was called For the Shoe. And back then we kind of we cut Ashton Dolan, and we've looked foolish ever since. Paris Campbell has looked, yeah, he has, and ever since it's became Damon, who is our another host. Damon has, Ashton Dolan's become Damon's favorite, and it's all right because it's become one of our favorites. We are replacing Ashton Dolan as the number 4. Ashton Dolan has, moved up to the number 3. No matter what anybody says, he's moved up. So, Kevin, that's a perfect response. We're trying to replace we're trying to replace Dolan as the number 4, considering we've moved Paris Campbell. We've got a few comments in here. We've got Dan saying Shorter at this point. Jordan Kibbe says Jalen Wayne. Jordan Kirby says Bryce, then AR. That's early on. Jordan Kibbe says, I still think Dolan will be number 4 and we sign someone else. Matt hated Ashton for the longest. Jordan has been here since the beginning. I didn't like Ashton. I do like Ashton now. I was wrong in the beginning, and that just shows that everybody can be wrong, right? Chris Ballard can be wrong. His scouts can be wrong. I can be wrong. Zach can be wrong. DeMarco can be wrong. That's why we try to bring the voices of the fans into this podcast. That's why this is more important to us, right? That's why we are driven by the fans. because the fans see more than in my opinion, than what the scouts see. Because the scouts are looking for specific things that Chris is looking for, and we are looking for what the team needs.
Yeah, so if I'm replacing Dolan, I'm going Nico Ramingo because he has that that special teams all pro ability.
And we still got Dallas. We still got Dallas Flowers for that.
We still got Justin Shorter for that.
Why not have a guy who can do that too? We're talking having multiple guys to do the same damn thing.
Because we just drafted two corners.
We have the
Dallas
best
Flowers to play returner.
We have the best running back in the NFL, and I guarantee you they would be like, we can draft another one too.
Here's what I want to say. I want to say also, you know, we're thinking other names, but what about Jaden Hazelwood?
I don't even know who that is.
I'm taking Jalen Wayne before I'm taking.
Hold on. We would have taken plenty of names before we would have taken Ashton Dolan.
Okay. I have a lot of SEC bias.
Everybody just laughs. I love it.
I laughed because I didn't remember exactly if Ashton Dolan was drafted or was he a free agent.
But hold on, I remember because DeMarco, you weren't here. I got it. So if everybody knows, DeMarco's the newest member of Kicking with the Crew. We were for the shoe back in the day, but we decided we wanted to move forward with a different name because we were going to be a different podcast, and DeMarco joined in, and DeMarco doesn't remember the back in the days when we were quarantined with COVID and all that fun jack. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, everybody's sitting here saying Justin Shorter, they're saying, you know, whatever they say, but you got a guy at Arkansas who plays top teams. Arkansas plays the top teams, and he's over here sitting at 247, and everybody's, I don't know, ignoring him.
Give me Shorter. I've seen the guy. I've watched him.
I mean, I got it. You're a Florida fan.
I just think it's a steal sitting there.
And then let's
the 7th round pick, the guy with his type of speed and size, just sitting there, a 7th round pick. I mean, I think this is rudimentary. I mean,
but here's the thing. We've taken cornerback, we've taken QB, and we've taken wide receiver.
We haven't taken a wide receiver. Like, give me Shorter.
What's everybody saying?
Exactly. And as Dan Knight said here, we still have Flowers to do return. So I don't see the point in drafting another kick returner when we have Flowers and we took 2 corners to play corner. Flowers is a corner by nature. So I don't see the point to draft another returner to then kick Flowers to the curb. I want to answer this too. Jordan says Hazelwood never broke out, so there is still so much untapped potential there. Yeah, untapped potential that might never be reached, just like Kevin says here.
But it depends on who's running your offense.
But just like Kevin says here, I want to see more of Strong.
We also have to remember we're in the 200s, so why are we debating so much on the 200s?
That's why I'm saying, give me Justin Shorter. He's the top of the board.
Zach, where you at? So we got.
Oh, I want my
Justin
guy.
Shorter over there, 229.
All right, everybody Zach? In the comments,
Zach,
go ahead and give us a player, everybody.
Hold on, Zach. What name are you saying? Because we got Justin Porter with DeMarco. Zach, what are you saying?
The kid from Fresno State, Nico Ramingo. He plays slot receiver. He can play kick return, punt return, play special teams. He does it all.
Ramingo, you're talking about this guy right here.
Yeah,
he's 5'8" and he's gonna last 2 years.
Fact.
I mean, probably just like Paris did, right?
Paris lasted 4 years. Now he's with the New York Giants. So,
all right. So we got Jordan with Hazelwood with me. Everybody else, DeMarco is at Shorter.
Who going Shorter, man? Where the Shorter fans at, man?
Zach is at Ramingo, and me and Jordan are at Hazelwood.
He's 6'4", running a 4.4, man. Come on, where's the Shorter fans at?
Where's everybody at? Where's the Hazelwood fans at?
Looks like everybody tapped out here on the late round picks. Nobody cares at this point. It might just
Yep.
be Hazelwood.
That's facts. So it's looking like it's Hazelwood. We're gonna go ahead and go Hazelwood. Hey man, it feels good. It feels good. I win a pick over y'all for once.
It's tough.
All right, we're gonna grade our draft. I don't want to get an offer. We got an A draft. Unfortunately, I don't think we got as many picks as Ballard normally gets. So,
Wait,
but
what happened to all our fifth round picks?
we traded two of them.
We traded two? I thought we traded one.
We traded
The
two.
original trade we traded one, but
The original trade we traded one, but to keep it the way it was in the first round, for some reason, Arizona would not keep that pick.
So we go.
So this is mock draft one.
We got a quarterback. We got a guard. We got two cornerbacks. We got D. Winters, that linebacker to replace. And then we got a receiver, Hazelwood. We end up with an A. Our worst pick being a receiver in the 7th round. I think that's a hell of a draft, boys.
I'll take it.
I think that's a hell of a draft.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that was a pretty damn good draft.
If your worst grade is coming as a 7th round pick, when typically your sticking points are between 2nd and 5th round, I think that's a hell of a draft, man.
I'm about to save this so that next week we can go ahead and
hold on real quick. Let me get schools in here. Arkansas, TCU, Syracuse.
The only question I have is the 79th and 106 both being corners.
I think it's a possibility, especially if it plays out like it is.
I see nothing wrong with that, because if you think just back, my bad, Zach, for cutting you off. I just want to state real quick that just like if you think about the 2021 draft, I believe it was, where we took Quiddy and Dio.
Right.
So I don't think there's too much wrong with that.
I think we're a little defensive heavy. I mean,
hey, Jordan, I totally agree there, man. No way you see Torrance in the 2nd round, and that's exactly why I was so quick to run that pick in. If you got him in the 2nd round, there's no way I'm not putting that up there. But go ahead, Zach.
The only thing I would question is if at pick 106 and you already got a guy like Garrett Williams, go and get your receiver earlier. I mean that, or if you have a freak essentially in Taurus on the 2nd round right there being available, I typically think that would be a prime opportunity to go receiver early because how thin the position is.
Here's the best thing. This is just mock draft number 1.
Yeah.
It's just kicking with the crew mock draft number 1. It's going to be different probably next week, right? Because we're all going to come back on next week, and we're all probably going to have different ideas because of what changes. Things can change easily, right? We obviously know that Matt Gay was not something we expected, but it's also something that I appreciate in the same aspect. So the signings that we did make this week were great, in my opinion. Chris Ballard did what he had to do to provide depth. He provided something that was, with the kicker wise, something that would put points on the board. Paris Campbell being, he just kind of let go, was something that not all of us wanted, but it was at the same point as something that he was
Unfortunately,
hurt all the
most
time.
of us wanted it.
Yeah, most of us wanted him to stay, but at the same point, it was something that like, why would you go ahead and try and keep him at the same time? He was injured, so most of us kind of expected him to go.
Yep.
So that's just me.
I do want to
These
point out
free
something real
agents,
quick, as Jordan said that they haven't given us the fifth pick from the Cowboys yet. And then he also said that we got to remember that the draft did change 5 minutes in when we refreshed. So things can change very quickly.
so Zach says the break the bank and fuck salary cap Matt. No, I don't know I don't know if he's trying to say something to me.
No, I think he
It's-
meant like we didn't overpay anybody in free agency, and then Matt would have fucked our salary cap. I think that's what he
Oh
means.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping you guys do because I'm just kind of here like I'm all for saving the cap right now because at the same point I just want to know who our starting quarterback is going to be so that we can build around him next year. Jordan, I'm with you. I remember commenting on your post earlier. I'm with you. Um, and then somebody commented on my comment and they didn't agree with it, and I'm just like whatever. At this point, Gardner Minshew was meant for the shoe. I said it to Zach earlier this week for the shoe, if you get
For
what
the
I'm
shoe.
saying. Some female said it earlier this week, and I thought it was funny. But Gardner Minshew is definitely the backup quarterback to whoever is going to step into Shane Steichen's system.
At the latest by week 7.
Yeah, by week 7. That's what I'm seeing. But either way, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be flexing all fucking week, every goddamn day, because I got the Forrest Buckner 99, every day, so it don't matter to me.
Yeah, Jordan. I mean, I understand. Hey, having to type me, I'm the craziest with the typos. So, definitely agree with you there. But yeah, man, I think some of the fans just get a little ridiculous at certain points, and I think we just all got to realize that a lot of people hating on some of the moves that are made, but I think we made a lot of upgrades at positions. Either whether it be upgrade by literally physical ability, upgrade by going with better pricing, and I think Gardner Minshew, and Buka. A lot of these guys give us the space for what we need. And then, I mean, look what Ballard did. I mean, taking a lot of money off the books for positions that weren't really putting out. I mean, we all were hurt by Stephon Gilmore leaving, obviously, but it gives us the room to add to it and whatnot. And so, I think we're in a really good position. And if we can bring a rookie in to develop around, I think we're right where we want to be.
This is a good point. He says Ballard's Ballard's slow plays free agency. He doesn't go big till 2 to 3 weeks, which is pretty much
Typically,
accurate.
Typically, yeah. I think this year he did it the opposite way, and so this goes back to what I had sent to these guys a few weeks back, where Ballard said he thinks he needs to change a little bit, and I think it was pretty big that the way he came out in free agency, he kind of came out swinging. I mean, it may not have been the biggest, sexiest moves that you want to see, but I think this was totally different of Ballard because we'd all be sitting here waiting by the weekend, like, Ballard, you gonna make a move yet? And so I thought this was a really big difference. So I think 2-3 weeks from now, we may even see more.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Zach.
I'm not against. I actually love the way he approached it. I mean, he approached it as, all right, I have definite wants, definite needs, and I'm going to go get the guys that I want. And if I have to pay big bucks, I'm going to do it. I.e., I paid the kicker the highest contract for a free agent kicker ever. And if you hear Ballard before, he hates setting a new market. Like, he hates setting markets. He just went and did it. And then, Ibukam, who said he had other suitors, but picked Indy because, it was competitive. His offer was competitive. So I mean, that tells you anything. It's Bargain Bin Ballard isn't Bargain Bin Ballard anymore. At
He's
least
learning, man.
currently,
He's
he's
learning.
saying if there are guys who I believe are difference makers, I'm going to pay on potential because this is what Ibukum is as a pass rusher. He's potential, higher upside, and he's going to pay for performance. And that's exactly what Matt Gay is, a high performing kicker who has a 93 to 98% kicking rate when it comes to PATs and extra points. That's the same thing in field goals. I mean, if that tells you anything, that tells you that if you produce well, Ballard's going to pay you. And if you bring something like high upside, high value, Ballard's going to pay you. So I expect that to carry over in the draft. Guys that will develop incredibly well or are proven. And that's how Ballard's going to operate in the future if he carries this along to the future, if he gets another year. I mean, he's got 3 more years on his contract. I fully expect Ballard to get at least 3 more years to see it through.
Man, DeMarco, stop fucking with my shit.
My bad.
I wanted to answer this.
No, I want to show his comment before, but yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. What's comment before?
It was this one here. You said, I still want to see 2 big moves. Isaac can see another one. So that was the one that I also agree. Isaac Samaloa, I think I'm still waiting on him. I think he definitely should be coming over. At least I'm hoping. And then the other one was a lot of I'm forgetting his damn name, but there was a defensive tackle that everybody's been high on in the Colts fan base, as far as like writers and analysts and whatnot, that they were high on that they wanted to see. So I agree, Jordan. I am still expecting to see two more big moves as well. So like I said, I mean, I think the slow play, I agree, but this has been totally different from Ballard jumping in on first day and getting some names out there or whatnot, or second day or whatever. Usually it's like we're waiting a week. And then yeah, go ahead, Matt.
All right. So so DeMarco kind of has the his same controls as I has. So Jordan also says we have to watch it because I could see us kicking the waters on Lamar. I wanted to know what he meant by kicking the waters on Lamar.
There's another comment right under that one, Matt. Go ahead, Zach.
If Ballard isn't doing his due diligence and looking into arguably a top 4 winning quarterback, what are we doing? Are you trying to win games, or are you just here taking tickets to keep the fan base happy?
So from what I've heard on the Lamar situation, most teams are interested in Lamar. The problem is the guaranteed contract that he wants. That's been the problem.
But hold on. Because from what Lamar has said on Twitter,
it's a 4-year.
It's not the guaranteed contract that's the issue.
It's the money being offered.
It's the money being offered.
Yeah,
because Lamar wants money, but at the same time, he doesn't care if it's guaranteed. What he cares about is the fact that he's making it.
Yeah, it's not even the number looking right. Just like the same thing that came out with Odell Beckham, where people were talking about, hey, he's asking for $20 million. He said, whoa, I didn't say I was asking for $20 million. I'm just saying $4 million is kicking me in the nuts. Like, stop playing.
No, that's 100%.
Yeah. So that's what has been. So I think, like I said before in the beginning, like Matt alluded to, I do believe the Colts are definitely trying to see what they could do, but Lamar doesn't have an agent, so it's not like you can contact the agent to see exactly what's going on. You have to get directly to him or his mom to try and figure out, like, what situation are you guys looking for, money, price, whatever it is, and then go from there. So that's all the big thing. But I definitely agree with Zach. You at least got to kick the tires and give him a call and say, hey, Lamar, we'd love to have you here, but we want to know what you're looking for.
Chad, I don't believe you have to trade away any of these big pieces. You can keep a guy like Buckner. You can keep a guy like Shaq. You might have to You might have to rework their contracts.
100%. But here's the thing: the people that we need to trade are Ryan Kelly, which
Right.
we traded to move up to third.
Right.
But in reality, that's probably not going to happen. So
Right.
you got to trade in Ryan Kelly. You got to trade in Braden Smith. Those guys that are high contracts, right?
Right.
If you want to go ahead and keep on with your point, I can go ahead and look up.
But here's my thing: if you acquire a talent like Lamar Jackson, and Lamar says, "Hey, I want to win a championship," I guarantee you, guys like Shaq, guys like Nelson, guys like Buckner, they would immediately redo their contracts, though, to create more space to sign a guy.
If they know you're going to win,
yeah,
trying to win,
absolutely. So I don't believe you have to trade away a big contract, high talent guy to acquire a high talent guy. I believe guys will take more or take less to essentially do what Brady did for years and stack the odds in their favor.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna comment on this real quick, and I'm gonna say, Dan Knight, could we get a few pennies for Matt Pryor? Matt Pryor's gone. He's already been working at McDonald's.
So hold on. So this is what we're looking at right here. This is what you can see when our salary cap hits, right? So you've got Shaquille, you got Darius Leonard, DeForest Buckner, Braden Smith, Ryan Kelly, Quentin Nelson, Grover Smith, Kenny Moore, Mo Alley Cox. Those are the top players that are our top cap hit.
And Grover's a free agent next year. So
right. So you've got Grover, who's a free agent next year, right? You've got
Kenny,
DeForest Buckner, who's got some time. Got Braden Smith and Ryan Kelly. These are the two people that you need to look at. You need to look at this money right here. If you pre-cut him, that's a 20 mil cap hit. And that's what people don't realize. But if you trade him, you're ignoring this. You're ignoring all of this over here. You're ignoring over this over here. Right, you trade Brady Cap.
Rico and Julian Blackmon have no guaranteed money. Neither does Pittman.
Right, but if you're looking at Braden Smith and you're looking at Ryan Kelly, these are the two players right here that we could save the majority of our number. That's 27 million cap right here. And I said earlier in our group chat, I think Zach talked to me about it a little bit. 27 million cap right here. Just right here in the middle. Braden Smith, for one, should not be being paid more than Quentin Nelson. Ryan Kelly.
He had to set the market with Braden Smith. But that deal should get reworked. Because at the time, there was another tackle that got paid, and Braden Smith wanted more.
But my thing is he's a right tackle. A right tackle shouldn't be getting paid because what's
I just thought about that, Jordan.
Right.
But because what's the majority of quarterbacks? They're right-handed. Right. So right tackle isn't as important as left tackles.
Right.
Where's the left tackle sitting in here?
He's on a rookie deal, so he's stupid cheap.
Stupid cheap, man. Let's go ahead and scroll down.
There he is.
Where is he at?
Right underneath Jelani Woods.
Right here. He's getting paid less than $1 million compared to our right tackle, who's getting paid $16 million.
Yeah, Mo Alley Cox was one of my first trades that were done in the off season, so that was still something else.
Agreed. I'm just saying this is so everybody sees what we're looking at, right? This is why some of us are like, go ahead and trade Shaq, right? Because you see the base salary, you see the cap hit. You also see, right here.
Yeah, but to me, I feel like if you trade for a player like Lamar, you're gonna want a Shaq because the fact that this guy creates turnovers the way he does, that's instantly ball back in Lamar's hands.
But here's the thing: Zach can't be traded if you look at this.
Right, that's too much dead money, and you couldn't.
Zach can't be traded, right? Because look at the dead money, right? That's $28 million.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade him either way. I mean,
$28 million.
Buckner
but then you have cap savings is negative in the $8 million. So that's in 30-something million that we're losing by trading Shaq alone.
Good, I've never been on the trade Shaq train, so
Right. So now that I'm looking at it, I'm not on the trade Shaq train. But if you look at Ryan Kelly,
Yeah, Kelly,
you've
Mo
got
Alley
four
Cox.
million. You've got 4 million in dead cap, but you're also saving 8 million.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
why not trade him? Braden Smith, you've got about 5 million, or no, you have actually 50 million in quit. Oh, hold on. 5 million in Ryan Kelly, and then you've got about 25 million in Braden Smith. Braden Smith is also in dead cap, 6 million, but that comes out of the dead cap, so we're not losing anything.
Rick Burrow's a franchise? What?
So yeah, I just think there's ways that we could make it potentially happen, and in my opinion, personally, I feel like if you get stuck choosing between a Will Levis or nobody, I think that's when you got to go ahead and try and trade for Lamar, and that could
I think
potentially
I
be
think I think
day one of the draft in between day two.
I think trading for Lamar or signing AR is probably our best option, in either way you go with it.
Absolutely, Zach. I mean, Jordan. I agree. I agree. My last it's a tough one to want to stick with that option, and just like Zach talked about as well, he been watching some Will Levis film, and I've been telling everybody. I mean, I'm an SEC fan. I am a Florida Gators fan, and I will tell everybody I wasn't the highest on Anthony Richardson before this whole situation. Before we got pushed to the back burner of quarterbacks, which is why I came along to the Anthony Richardson board. But me personally, I have never, ever, ever, never, ever been on the Will Levis train. So that was just my opinion of that whole situation there. I've seen a lot of the guy, and I've just never been high, regardless of his 24 touchdown and 9 rushing touchdown season. Just not me.
He's a mid-round pick. He's one of those guys who's classic example of getting overdrafted because
Mel
quarterbacks always get overdrafted.
Mel Kiper calls him his guy, Will Levis.
I mean,
His guy.
He's a huge boom or bust, but I think he's more bust than boom.
Yep, I agree.
In an ideal situation, he's a second round pick. In a perfect situation, he can sit at least a year to 2 years and really like develop and work on what's in between the head because his ability to process is his biggest flaw. If he can process faster, I think a lot of his issues go away. But he's the current see throw, make throw. If it's not open, he doesn't throw it. He's essentially a one read QB right now, at least from the games I've watched. I mean, he makes some incredible throws. I'll be the first one to tell you when he's on, there's not a better quarterback in the country. But yeah, you're right. Mel Kiper does like single ply toilet paper, so that's why I like Levis. But,
Yeah, made me laugh, dude.
Levis is exactly what is scary. I just hope Indy, if he's there at 4 and they're forced to take him, I hope they don't. They honestly don't rush him. I really wish if he's there at 4 and Indy does end up with Will Levis, they either trade for Lamar.
It's going to be a rough 2 to 3 years.
Or they don't rush him and understand that, hey, it's a 2 to 3 year project with Will. It'll be like Jordan Love's situation.
Yep. So that completely brings me to Jordan Kibbe's point here. Levis has no technique. Watch the combine. He just tries to strong arm everything. And totally agree. And me and Matt has said it multiple times. He looked like the least confident quarterback there. And when you're at the combine and you're a quarterback, it's not necessarily that we want you to be perfect there. We just want you to look confident with the guys that you're throwing to. So it's just that you trust your arm. It doesn't matter who's going to be under the ball to catch it. And that was huge to me. And me and Matt, we both saw it, and we just didn't think the guy was comfortable at all. It didn't look like he fit in. It looked like he was just trying to, okay, I got this arm. I'm going to try and throw the ball hella far. I mean, like, that does make you a fucking quarterback. Then Chad says, yeah, let Mo go and get Woods involved. I think that's all to the point that we all agree with. I mean, 11 million for Mo Ali Cox for what he does. I just think that we'd be better off just getting the rookie Jelani Woods involved there and just making him the primary guy. And then, as Dan said here, I agree. I just think Kuiper at that point just he made that one good point that I did like, but I mean, saying that Will Levis is your guy, I think it just kind of shows,
Now,
why he's been wrong about quarterbacks so many times.
Kuiper, Will Levis reminds me a lot of another Indiana kid. And if you're from Indiana, you know this. Will Levis is Jeff George 2.0. Here's what I mean by that. No intangibles. Jeff George didn't have any intangibles. Jeff George had probably the best arm ever in the NFL. I think Will Levis's arm, like strength-wise, being able to throw it 1 billion yards is as good as anybody. He could probably come in and be a day one best arm in the league. Just deep ball, not accuracy, because Will Levis struggles on that. But he reminds me so much of Jeff George. It's scary. Scary, scary, scary. Real scary.
You know what I want to see is that the Indianapolis Colts finally decide to go modern and not continue with the pocket passer.
Well, I think that's what Ballard said. Change is coming.
No,
It's going to be different.
not just Ballard, but I won't say Steichen has said that.
Yeah.
He said, I want to build my system to my quarterback, not to try and make me fit, not make him fit what I want to do. We need to build around this guy. And that's what I really liked about Steichen, because even if we do end up with a guy like Will Levis, I would hope that he could still be successful because of what Steichen would like to do around that guy. That's one of the real reasons why I really like Steichen. I just feel like he's not gonna be like a Josh McDaniels and force a guy to say, "Hey, fit my system and go get a Jimmy G."
That's why I think Steichen and AR are going to be the best combination of QB head coach. Damn, where'd DeMarco go?
DeMarco leave? Did DeMarco go?
I don't know where DeMarco
he's got to
went.
go. Gotta get my kids settled in. DeMarco, you all right?
Yeah,
All right,
I know.
all
I
right.
don't know what the hell just happened.
I don't know, man, but
Yeah, I just was sitting here, and then all of a sudden, my screen just completely jumped me out. I was like, "What the fuck? Did I end the podcast? What happened?" I don't know what the hell just happened. But
Nah, you're good, man.
okay,
Yeah.
it was just me then. All right,
It was definitely you.
let's get the hell out of me. Let's get the hell out of me.
Me and
Like, I
Zach
didn't
were
do
like,
nothing.
what the heck happened? Zach's sitting back there looking real comfortable than he usually is.
Bro, I'm about to fall asleep, man. I got work tomorrow. So
Oh, what time?
I feel
I
you.
got to get up at like 10, get into work. Or I got to get up at like 8, go to work at 10.
That's not
Come
true.
on. Only going to work like 4 hours. Come on.
There you go. I got tomorrow off, but I got to celebrate the kid's birthday party.
You know what I like? I'm not gonna lie. This whole Zach, this whole new,
Mr. Not
this new
Will Levis.
image of him.
GM
Look at him
Zach.
just chilling. Yeah, look at him just chilling.
That's what I do all the time, man. I try to do it
GM
on the
Davis.
podcast.
GM
During
Davis.
during the podcast, normally he's like all up in the screen, and look at him, he's just chilling.
I mean, if I was really a GM, like I would probably be like David Gettleman and never spend any money, and just everyone would hate me.
So basically,
you
you'd be
Oh,
like
no,
Chris
no,
Ballard, huh?
No. I wouldn't be able to find a talent. Ballard finds talent. David Gettleman never could if it wasn't gift wrap in front of his face.
Well, he took Parrish from us, and he got
No,
what's his name? He got Darren Waller. He
no,
found something.
that's a Schoen kid from Buffalo.
That's
David
not
Gettleman retired.
Giants, right?
Yeah, he
Giants.
retired though.
Oh, he was already gone. Who's their new GM?
That Sean dude from Buffalo, that Bean kid or whatever from Buffalo. I don't know.
I thought
He
that
used to be a former Indianapolis Colt executive. There's like 4 Indianapolis Colt executives that are now like actual GMs, like Andrew Berry in Cleveland.
Joe Schoen, yeah.
Like
everybody wants to be attached to Peyton in the shoe, man.
Tom Telesco from San Diego, he's a former Colt.
Attached to Peyton in the shoe, man.
I don't know. Is Scott Polian still in the NFL? Is he still with Jacksonville or whatever? But he's another former Colt executive. At one point in time, the Colts had like 7 or 8 GMs that were, or 7 or 8 executives in front offices that are now GMs in the NFL. It's pretty incredible because I was like, yo, Bill Polian has a whole front office coaching tree or a front office tree to himself that no one talks about.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
yeah, man.
About these draft hats, I was just looking at DeMarco's, and I've got the same one, and I can't wait for these new draft hats to come out, man. They need to hurry up and
I'm
release
trying to get
them.
mine like tomorrow.
Well, facts.
But I do gotta
hat.
get out of here though. I appreciate all of you guys for being in tonight. I love the damn war room. I love everybody that got in here and giving us some advice, help, giving your input. I really appreciate you guys. I gotta go get the wife, so I hate to jump out of here on you guys.
No, you're good. You're good because we're gonna go ahead and
appreciate you guys.
We're gonna go ahead and get off right now. All right, because we did the war room. We didn't get as many picks as we expected to, so this next round that we do, which most likely be next Saturday, we're gonna try and get more picks than we wanted to. But go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get off. We appreciate everybody's input. Everybody. That's the whole point of this show, and we will say it nonstop. The point of this show is to have everybody's input in the comments. I don't care if we are horseshoe huddle or whatever they call themselves, or if we're Zach Hicks, or if we're whoever we are. We want to make sure that you are heard. That is the point of this podcast. We are here so that Colts fans can speak together. That is the point. We don't just
want to twist y'all words and whatever. We want to
repeat exactly we're not. We are not reporters for the Indianapolis Colts. We are here to speak for us. We are here to speak for Colts fans. That's what we are here for. So if we all disagree here, and you all want a certain thing, we're gonna go with what the comments say, as long as it's the majority. That's the point.
Exactly.
That is the point.
At the time. We appreciate all you guys. And if you guys can do us a favor, if you're still in here, please like or share, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Please just help us continue to spread the word. We want to reach everybody in the Colts fan base. So we thank you guys. We appreciate you guys.
That's facts. I hope everybody have a great night. This is what we do. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and now we actually have a website. So go ahead and look up www.kwtcpodcast.com, and you can find us. If you miss a podcast or you miss a show, you can find us on that website. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Everybody, have a good night. It is always go Indianapolis Colts, no matter what. We can't wait to have the new draft caps, and that's what we're really looking for. So go Colts.
He is going to drop the throw. Fires deep along the right sideline for Alec Pierce.
He's got it.